So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Mariota on 3rd and 2. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Good morning.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Spinning away.
Hey, man.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
After the interception, here's Watson.
Damn,
the defense
wide
loses
open.
him. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He got 29 yards that time. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Here's Watson. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Defense, man. I mean, I'm the guard one, man. What about the other 11 people? Other 10 people?
25 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point.
This is the worst night ever. The people getting over. The computer don't guard nobody, man.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
They got this game like matching schemes and all that. It's not like that.
Fairbairn now to kick this
Madden don't
one
be like
away.
that. I understand if a motherfucker gave that many motherfucking holes in football, bro, it wouldn't be no more football.
Take it in the end zone.
That's crazy. You gotta play some type of defense. I mean, you can't.
And
Damn.
if
I'm on a computer, I'm on one man. I expect the other people to do their job.
At the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Cool.
Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop.
Hey, you can't use all over the whole field. You can only use it so much.
So that's back-to-back drives with a
one player. You're going to use it one
we
player.
look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
You're right.
Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On 2nd and 10, Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Right.
A good pickup there at 22. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. A shotgun snap for Watson. His throw right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Fairbairn now to kick this one away.
You're right. You're right.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Off the play fake, Mariota. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
I'm not. That's the whole point.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Again, it's Mariota.
Oh, good play. That motherfucker backed up. This shit.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he comes back with one complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Play action now. Mariota. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, Mariota.
Oh, good tackle.
He's be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Whitney Merciless. In there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Mariota. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they'll bring him down after just a short
he was
pickup.
in there, big fella. He was in there, big fella.
2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll sneak it with Mariota. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Marcus Mariota taking it in. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. Ryan Suckup on for the point after.
Oh, I missed the bullshit.
And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things.
Well, this is
what?
It's complete. They give him a gain of 37.
You talking about Matt? Come on, get the
That's a
fuck
big time pitch and catch
Thought that was a
right
good
there,
play?
partner. I remember the days when
Get that madness
quarterbacks would
fucked
try
up.
this.
Madness fucked up. If that ain't a pick, I don't know what a
But
pick is.
nowadays,
If that ain't a
they're
fucking
counting
pick.
on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back.
Motherfucker
when
didn't
it's
do
one
nothing.
on one and the ball's in the air like that.
I mean, any other match, that motherfucker would be reacted fast as fuck. That shit is stupid, man.
Now for 1st and 10.
Damn, that shit. I ain't even talking about the kids. I'm talking about interception.
A battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, a 22. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Wow, he finally reacted. He finally put his on, did something.
Fuller was the intended target,
and
now it's
something.
2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. They showed up a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis.
That's you running so fucking slow. What the fuck is that?
Just a yard on the first.
No, ain't no weak-ass Henry, man. Can't be. God damn. Motherfucker moving like a turtle. Get the fuck out of here. I hate that fucking shit, man. I need you in that home. I'm ready. I'm ready, baby.
First down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a toss play to Lewis. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here. And
Motherfucker dope, man.
Got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field.
That motherfucker, I thought he was going to dive to the end zone, catch that motherfucker and roll in the end zone.
4th down try.
That motherfucker did.
Mariota's going to stay out there.
Let's get this shit, man. Fucking 1st down, man. Get something nobody said.
Open man is Taylor.
Nah, you didn't pick shit. I put that motherfucker on the ground. You get that? I know they were cheating. How you gonna get that? How you'd have picked that? I'd have quit the game. I'd have closed down. I'd have cut my whole game off. I threw that bitch on the ground.
Moves the ball to the 42 now. 1st and 10.
What you talking about? You mean what? No, I didn't hit the button on you for big money. I didn't hit the button. I shit fucked up for real. That's why I hit you back, brother. Play you again. I hit you back.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson, fighting to stay upright. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. With it is Jackson. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out.
Third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's letting this one go for... And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, 42 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's
Oh,
already gotten into
dude.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Off the toss, Lewis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The Titans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Switching gears for a second to look at the NFL slate. You know, the bye weeks are now over, Charles, and if you had to pinpoint a couple of teams that are surprising you right now with where they're at, who would that be?
Well, I didn't think Washington would be in first place this late in the year, and they're still hanging in there.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Watson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Derek Morgan. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Here's Jackson. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They try again with Lewis. Oh, look at the juke. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now they'll run with Lewis. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is Lewis. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now Lewis. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Man, nobody gives a damn about them
3rd down.
Safety, man.
Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let me see what I give a damn about them safety. Let me see what them safety do.
They run. This is
that motherfucker ran, cut right back into him.
Dumb motherfucker.
I'm gonna cash out now.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
I'm gonna cash out, man. I'm gonna cash out. This is all they're running now.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that.
Okay.
They're going for it on 4.
Okay.
Mariota.
Davis, what is he going to, Mariota?
The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down.
Man,
and this Texans defense stands
I'm just saying how he threw the
with
ball.
that incompletion. Need to pass along the note
see how
about
I'm
the Madden
finna knock the
Classic,
motherfucking
where you
dust
can watch
mites
some
out
of the
there.
best Madden players battle it out for their share of $165
Dust
grand. It's
mites?
live on Twitch, Charles. Starts 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific, December 6th through the 8th. I know you'll be tuned in.
Thank you for letting me know the time and the dates. I'm going to mark that down. I will be ready to go because they go at it now. I mean, those battles, those are pretty strong. And I love the imagination that you see in how they play because they don't think like conventional football. They know how to take advantage of any weaknesses of their opponent. And the best part, $165,000 on the line. You and I better hone up our game.
Yeah, people looking for some early holiday gifts there in the Madden Classic.
Oh,
man.
This will
get him all the way inside the Tennessee 20. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 56 yards.
Okay. See, can you cash out? See, you don't better cash out.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Straight motherfucking gunpowder. Straight motherfucking gunpowder.
From the red zone now, Watson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
That shit again, man.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Nah, you can't
Watson
get nothing.
looks to throw again.
You don't get nothing.
And his throw
nothing.
here's incomplete.
That's not gonna happen.
Dory Jackson right there, step for step in coverage. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal. And we just saw him do it right there.
To throw is Watson. He dropped it. couldn't hang on in the end zone.
Exactly. I thought he was going to kick it anyway. Go for it. Go for it. I need you to go for it. I need you to go for that.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
This ain't going to work out too good for you. Let's get it.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth.
Clamp guard, clamp guard, clamp guard.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
Nah, you're not going to get the yards. You think you did. You get no one the yards, man. No one told you that shit.
And my goodness, this is
incomplete.
Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. With that incompletion, let's look forward to the rest of the NFL season. You know, a lot of people say the season doesn't really begin to get exciting until after Thanksgiving. Well, what are you looking forward to in the month of December?
I do like that expression because each sport has its own, doesn't it? Teams that are in first place July 4th in baseball, that's who's going to win the division, right? That's one
I'm finna get down the field. I'm finna go down the field right quick.
For me, this is what I'm going to look forward to. The NFC East could be a three-team race. How about the revival of the Chicago Bears? And last but not least, the AFC West is controlled by Kansas City, but the sleeper team, the Los Angeles Chargers. Keep an eye on them.
Yeah, they're knocking on the door with just 3 losses. KC with 2. Here's Mariota. And Davis with it left side.
Soft league, man. What about that soft league,
man? To about the 16-yard line. The reception.
Full court, I'm down by 1.
It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Good shit, man. Eat this pumpkin pie, man.
Mariota from the gun on third down.
Good one, man. Should have allowed it. Good one. I never got you a hell of a using that, man. I don't know how you be doing that shit. It's some kind of glitch you doing, man. You ain't telling me, man. I know it's... It is, man. You don't nobody get the ball. That motherfucker the king of shit. The fucking king. No matter who. Go right there, motherfucker taking it.
After the interception, here's Watson. Looking left side.
No side.
That's Griffin. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 9 there.
He shouldn't have got it. That's what I mean. He shouldn't have got it.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running on the NFL nowadays. Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Nah, he wasn't wide open. You would have threw that. He wasn't wide open. Sit into that damn line. He wasn't wide open.
Loss of 14.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Gonna need something special here on third and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Watch this. Okay, watch this, man. Watch this, man. You should have talking. You think that shit gonna go, man? You think that shit gonna go?
But he will have it in. Demaryius Thomas. The gain of 19 and picking up the first. They have the nice
holy macro back, man.
They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me.
You see, I see that. See that. See that. See that. You didn't see that, did you?
They've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Let's go. See that. See that.
Now Watson. Sliding out of the pocket.
Let's pick. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Picked off by Kim.
I'm talking about, man. Don't do none of that, man. There we go.
Stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
She finna stop. This shit finna stop immediately.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Look at that. I knew it. I knew he was going to do it. I knew it.
Zach Cunningham with a pick. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Still ain't get in.
That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned the block. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Let's go, man. Make him pay for pain, baby. fucking paper.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Look at that.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. LaShawn Sims right there in coverage, and he knocks it away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
This shit.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And it'll be intercepted.
No more of that, bro.
Picked off by Kendrick
Ain't nobody,
Lewis.
ain't no more,
and
ain't
a
no
big
more of that,
turnover
bro.
there as his guys will get the football
I'm
back.
sick of that.
So
I'm
they
sick
get
of
the
this shit, bro.
takeaway, but that's just step one. They still
Sick
have a
of
lot of
this
work
shit.
to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. He couldn't
Oh,
quite
good
hold
one. He
it.
took it out of
Got
my
hit.
hand. He took it out of my hand.
Pops out, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct.
No, you ain't gonna get that one.
Just incomplete that
He's
time.
bragging up.
And this
Okay.
one will go to the
You watch out. You
28-yard
start
line.
watching your ass.
8 yards on the
You sneak
completion,
is a
but now
snake.
they face 3rd down.
Yeah.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And
Oh,
it is
no. They
incomplete.
back. Man, they ever had
Another
them glitch
wayward
master
pass.
flexes
You know,
coming
things
back like
started
that.
out poorly
It's
in
kind
this
of,
game,
it's kind
and
of,
to be
it
frank, they
behooves
just
me to
really
see you
haven't
do
gotten
shit
much
like that.
better.
And all that does is embolden the
Yeah,
secondary.
yeah,
They
see
feel
some
good
shit like
about
that,
what's
bro.
going on, and they just play
Like
better and
motherfucking
better.
mayonnaise.
They'll try and pick it up with Lewis.
Yeah, I
He's
like
gonna
that. I
get
like
the
punch.
first
He just
down
punched
as
me.
He covers up after a pretty good shot there. No
fuck?
reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Mariota on 1st down.
Yeah, nah, you got that out of close. I know, out of close down. I almost got it too, man. You ain't know what a glitch master flex. I know what you is. I know what you is. Man, that joker, I was past. I waited. I was gonna see. I waited till I got past you. And if you'd have picked out a close down, that's real. Man, you fucking man, you was past me, bro. I seen. I watch you, bro. I watch you. Give me that. Look at that. Give me that.
Broken tackle, but couldn't create much
Yeah,
space.
yeah, I
Down
seen it.
just
Yeah,
beyond the
I mean, I had
35.
time.
So the screen
I
good
had
for
time.
only 2. Now it's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you
You
have
see
to
that
run extra
receiver? I'm
plays,
gonna score on your
trying to
ass.
move it.
That's all I
And
know.
taking it across
Tired of this
midfield
shit.
and inside the 45. The Titans efficient passing on this
Tired of
drive.
this
There's
shit,
another
man.
1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 36-yard line here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on
Get
2nd
into
and
it. I don't care
short.
what you get in. That shit ain't working no more, man. Nobody care about what kind of defense you're in. You're in that 9-6-9, 3-4, 3-4, 3-4, 4-3-4-3. I don't care about all that.
Time for a break.
It ain't gonna be
We'll come back and wrap up garbage time.
9-6-9. It ain't work for you. Let's get it. Man, I'm tired of this shit, man. Tired of it.
Mariota now on 2nd down.
Oh, look at Mariota. He's
It's
open.
incomplete. He was looking for Darius Jennings that time. And it's
Gee,
3rd and
Willikers
short.
back, man.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way up.
I'm cashing
Now
out,
the
man.
3rd down throw
cashing out. That's
incomplete
all
as
I know.
well.
The beauty of being able to play a zone
That's
defense when you can sit
cash
back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion.
Guess what?
Kind
Guess
of
what?
muddle in the middle of the field
Right
where you
now,
can make a play on the
cash
football.
out. What time for this shit, man?
Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Texans defense stands tall. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come back, come back.
Throwing now, Watson. Looking here for Smith downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
I pulled my man off.
And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. A shotgun snap for Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I can't believe.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Come back. Tiger.
Nobody care about no tiger, man. I care about that shit, bro.
To throw on 2nd is Watson.
Look at that, man.
Throwing
Look at that. Ain't none of that, bro. Ain't none of that. What you think you doing? Man, just give it up, man. Give it up, bro. It's not going to work for you.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
You ain't going to get in,
They
man.
end up
Get in
taking
there
up
4
extra
times.
space
I told you to
just
stop
because there's
trying,
not
bro.
enough space for receivers to run through.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Hell nah. Shit ain't working, bro.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
You knew that.
Picked off by the veteran Brian Orakpo.
I don't.
And he
He's in there.
returns it
I
out
told you
just
3
shy
times
of
in
the
the red
20
zone. I
to
told
the
you, man.
19-yard
Stop playing
line.
with me. Stop playing with me.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He's going to
Got
let
him.
it fly. And now here's
Unbelievable.
another interception.
Where you going, man?
Picked up by Justin
You think you're going to score?
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Shit.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to
No matter how
believe
many
we're watching
interceptions I
this
get,
and have
I'm running
seen
this
it,
shit, man.
but it just
Get
tells you
no more
about
of
the
that
game
shit,
of
man.
football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle.
Oh!
He couldn't quite hold it. Got
A
hit.
gunshot?
Ball pops out,
A
incomplete.
gunshot. Let's get it, man.
4th quarter, you
Time for
got
this
the
crap,
big
man.
lead. If you're
Gotta
coaching
recognize,
Charlie,
man,
you're
it's
still
just
taking
fries.
shots like that downfield.
Like chicken and fries.
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right. He's got him in.
Go.
Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. And Watson's going to throw it here. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
None of that, bro. None of that.
The whistles for it. Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He's going to air one out.
That's pick, bro.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second
Yeah,
left
he did.
to go.
He almost.
The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver.
Oh, man, you ain't
And it's
finna get
3rd
nothing,
down.
man. Can't do nothing, man. I tell you, I don't figure you out there, Bacon. Ain't no more of that, bro. No more of that. I know you is. I know that. Promises. Oh, you ain't lying. Who would? I see that. I learned my lesson. I tell you, man to man.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he
Show you a
goes
man.
down.
Good shit. All right, man. Okay.
And Charles, I think.
Yeah.
No matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about
We'll try that
protecting
again
your
on
home
this
turf. They were
He's
able
a
to do
beast.
that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not
I
letting them
know,
break
I
your serve.
know, I
That way you
know.
hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
Oh. Oh, God. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now a first down carry by Jones. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Jameis to throw it. And that is going to be incomplete. Dirk Cutter's guys go for it, but come up empty. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. To throw is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. To throw, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz from 8 yards out. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Elliott now to kick this one away. On the return, this is Jaquiz Rogers. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight 1st down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
Well, that incompletion has me thinking. The Phillip Rivers last week, I know you saw those. You were working, but he only threw one of those that we just saw. One incompletion the entire game. His first 25 passes were complete.
It was so much fun because I actually saw a highlight, cut up. They put all of them together, one after the other. 25 straight. Mark Brunell had the record previously, 22 straight for Washington in 2006. He goes 28 of 29. And I don't know about you, but that almost sounds more impressive than if he's totally perfect for the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That one blemish, right?
That one blemish really sets it apart and lets you know what he did. 96.6 completion percentage. Good luck trying to break that record, people.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Winston. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
A first down throw for Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, CD, looking back to Thanksgiving, we had the typical triple header. Did you enjoy while digesting the turkey and pie?
I certainly did, and I think I'm still digesting the turkey and pie. But, you know, you have the traditional ones. You have the Lions who host and the Cowboys who host, and the Lions hosted the Bears this year. And despite the fact that Bears didn't have their starting quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, how about what Chase Daniel did? They went in there and took the measure of the Lions for the second time in a 3-game span. And then the Cowboys against Washington. I thought that was a terrific game, and Dallas got a much-needed win.
Yeah, Amari Cooper with 2 touchdowns, and all of a sudden they're sitting atop the NFC East.
Yeah, they're tied with Washington, and they split their season series. So a lot of football left to be played in that division. And, of course, we finished it all up. Atlanta at New Orleans. And how strong and how hot are the Saints?
Great 15. Great 15.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Let's go.
Play action. Now Wentz. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vinny Curry. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Adam Humphries deep for Tampa Bay. This is taken at the 23. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll go on the ground. Whoosh. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Right back to him on first down. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll begin here with Adams. Look at the dance of the jump. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Josh Adams, 70 yards. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.